All right. So, do you want to do? I was thinking we can just run through the picks really quick that we did because we didn't even announce them, so we don't have to like break them down
Mhm.
because it's not like anyone followed them. So, you do that, and then off that, that'll spark some stuff, and then after that, we'll just get into next week's games.
Yeah. Yep. That's good with me.
I guess we can mention and I guess the Bills have off. Do the Chiefs have off?
I don't have any Chiefs on my fantasy team, so I'm not sure.
No, I don't either. Which is
But
fine.
I have
No, they
I
played
have all of
Carolina.
the bye weeks.
All right, we can talk
That's
about
right.
Chiefs Bills when we get to that. So then you want to just run it from Thursday down the list.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Let's just do that.
And then so let me get the picks up. Send out that we're live. So Matt and Dylan have a pod again.
They do?
Apparently.
How did they? Well, didn't they start one and then? How many episodes did they do?
I thought they only did like one or two. It's a good duo.
So I thought it is a good duo.
Dude, I'm thinking. I guess we are. Oh fuck.
The glass.
No glass. Got my fingers.
Sounded like glass.
No, it was my mic stand just came off. So technical difficulties before we start the podcast here. Nothing that can't be done. I shouldn't have said that while we were streaming anyways. We'll figure that out.
Oh, I forgot about the AFC North Hard Knocks.
Oh, and we have a Wise Bowl this week.
Wise Bowl?
Yeah, in fantasy.
Oh, fantasy. Yeah.
We've dropped the ball on that. We've done this league for like 7 years. That should have been we've played each other twice a year every year.
Did you see how I'm starting a quarterback?
Yeah, I saw you picked up Tommy DeVito. Oh, wait. Hold up. Ethan said, "Did I miss any Ravens talk?" No, you haven't even missed the start of the pod yet, so don't worry.
You might have missed the mic stand.
Yeah. That's about it. Let's get started. Started in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys Podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
Doing great, Chris. I apologize. We missed the Wise picks this weekend. We were both busy. I was golfing. Chris was at a birthday function all weekend. So we apologize.
Picks were made. They just weren't public.
Yes.
I made them. I think I made mine in line at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, we were doing some things we were making. So yeah, sorry, I'm reading comments already that aren't necessary. What we're gonna do today, since we missed previews and we didn't take out picks, we're gonna do a little bit of a recap. We're gonna run through our Wise picks really quickly, and then we're just gonna do preview for next week, and then kind of have the recap into the preview type of deal. It'll make sense. You'll still
We'll hit every team.
Yeah, we'll still hit every team. We'll still have the NFL content from the past.
Except for the Ravens.
Yeah, we're gonna skip all Ravens content. All right, so let's get started. Wise picks. I only had one winner this week. I had the Broncos -2. They shellacked the Falcons. They beat every team in the NFC South. Fun little social media.
See that post?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah,
NFC South champions.
Sean Payton's got to be feeling himself for that, right? I mean, he knows all these teams and playing them forever. So that's cool. Bo Nix continues to show why I was nervous at the beginning of the season after my berating of him when quarterback rankings came out, when the draft was around. So I got to give Bo Nix, I got to give him his props. He's looking like a pro. He was clearly the most pro ready quarterback. I mean, he was 24 going in. But Sean Payton looks like he got his guy that he likes. That was a huge win for them. They're frauds. Like, it's not even let's get worried about them. Like, they're not good.
I don't even know if they're frauds. I think they might be the bad good team. Like, they're a classic Kirk Cousins team where they'll take care of business against the teams that aren't like. They have 2 impressive wins against the Bucks, which is going to give them the upper hand in this division because that's the team that's the threat to them.
Yeah.
So like, that's what's impressive this season. Other than that, the rest of their wins were just like taking care of business against bad teams. And anytime they have a tough game, like even Denver, who's not a decent football team, like it's a road game against a tough defense, they're going to lay down and die.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're that team where it's like they're going to beat the teams that are worse than them, and they're going to lose to every team that's better than them. With the exception of that wacky Eagles game. They had no business winning that game.
Yeah, and I think games like that, like when Kirk Cousins can have a moment like that. So that could be where the aberration comes from. But I get what you're saying. They can be the good bad team. I can give them that. I have no interest in them in my eyes. I apologize if my buddy Tom is listening. I think they should start Penix. I think Kirk Cousins is a statue that can't move at all.
That would be pretty shocking if they ended up doing that.
It would be shocking. I mean, they gave him all that money. They have to start. Kirk Cousins. Ethan asks, do you guys think the Falcons would have a better place right now this season if they had drafted someone other than Penix in the first round? I don't know, maybe a defensive player like a cornerback,
right?
Like Quinyon Mitchell. That would have hit my bet, but that Quinyon Mitchell would have been awesome for him. I think I projected them in that was one of the first mock drafts. I think I took him it was like all the way at 8.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty straightforward yes.
Yeah, I mean, and I think Penix might have been the right call because of how Kirk Cousins has looked, but in that time and sense, when you spend that much money, we've already done this. You got to get it.
Yeah, that's right. It's playing out exactly how you might have expected it to play out. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'd agree. 2 losses. San Francisco continues to just hang in there until the end, and then they just lose the game. They had the Seahawks beat, not by a lot, and then Geno Smith got on the Superman cape and ran in the end zone with like 20 seconds left. Got the lead, and it was over. They're so pedestrian. There's no fun to them anymore. There's not really any flair.
The Niners, you mean?
Yeah, and they're
just not a good football team.
No, I don't think they are a good football team.
I think it's time to admit that. They shouldn't be 7-point favorites against almost anybody, especially the Seahawks.
No, and the Seahawks, shout out, Ethan was on it. Their coach is good. They had a player retire this week, and they cut their leading tackler on defense. And they still got the win. So, and the guy who retired was their starting center, who started every game this season. I mean, props to them. Jackson Smith-Njigba had 10 catches again. It was just like every other pass was to him.
I wonder if his season total is hit yet.
Oh, it's got to be close.
That was one of my picks. He's at 60. I think it was like 63.5. So, as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah, he's going to get that. That's going to be easy. We'll get to them probably again later because they both have. And then the Pats +4. We were talking about it before we turned on the cameras, and I had to ride my guys one more time. They covered the past 2 games. They
easily could have covered this one.
Yes, easily could have covered this game. It's exactly the outcome that you're looking for in this situation as a Pats fan. You know, of course I want every game I want them to win. I took the +4 because I thought they could beat the Rams. they had opportunities. They could have beaten the Rams, but Drake May looked great. The offense is finding pieces each week that look better and better. Keyshawn Booty still can't catch a football. It's all working out. It's all going together. They desperately it's time. There's no more you have to get a receiver this draft, and there's nothing else.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to it.
Yeah. Or go get like a T Higgins or someone who's going to be available this offseason.
Yeah. I'd rather the
Or both.
rookie or both. Both I'm fine with, but I'd rather the rookie if I'm taking one.
Really?
Or two. Yeah, I mean, I know you got the proven player, but just cheap.
If it's like a blue chip, like if it's your top 10 pick and you're taking a receiver, then I'd say like absolutely.
Yeah.
If I'm talking about like we're banking on a guy in the second or third round.
Yeah. And I think after pick
depends on how the draft board plays out.
After pick like 18, I'd rather take the vet.
Fair,
and it's funny because that is the epitome of just like draft bias on getting picked where you.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. I think Jefferson was like 21.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you never know.
They're 21. That's the line.
Yeah, 21's the line. Yeah, it's a great anything after the Eagles. The pick after the Eagles. That's the after that I want to vet.
Yes. Actually, Jefferson was 22.
I guess yeah, because the Eagles. Yeah. All right. Anyways, we're getting on sidetracked. What else we got? Yeah, Pats. Whatever. I'm all right with the loss. I'm going in on Sundays though, like excited to watch Patriots football again.
Yeah. How's the atmosphere at the game? Did it seem like there was some juice in the building?
Yeah, I mean, at home, the fans are still coming. They were coming even when it's Jacoby. They weren't as loud. They were a little bit louder. It's an NFL game, so it doesn't get too loud. But they know it's brewing. Like they know this Drake May stuff is real. So they're getting in the building.
Being in a stadium where like there's some just excitement is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I would love to see. I want to go see a Drake May game sometime soon. But no, I don't know too much, but I think people got pretty excited. I think Pats Nation's showing out. All right, you had a good week, 2-1. You needed it.
Did
Packers? That was. I mean,
I can't believe I even did that. That was so stupid. I mean, the thought process was like the Bears are a dumpster fire. I think they had beaten them like, what is it, 10 games in a row now?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It might be 11.
It's a lot. It's many. It's like 3 Bears head coaches. So I was like, there's no way that the Bears win this game. And I guess I ended up being right about that. But we gotta start picking the Packers. These spreads, they're always like between 4 and 6 points. Games where they should be blowouts and they never are. So yeah, I'm just gonna say going forward, no more Packers. But the actual game, it couldn't have ended in a more Bears fashion, right?
Oh yeah, classic Bears fashion. They don't.
It came on Red Zone, and I was like, "There's no way that he makes this kick. There's no way."
Yeah, and they don't get the extra. They don't try for extra yards, of course, because the losing team never tries for extra yards right at the end. It was bad. It was really bad, and there was reports afterwards, that the Packers players knew about the low trajectory.
They were gonna block a kick. That's such a wild thing to expect to do in a game. Like we know that we're gonna block one of his kicks today.
Where was this intel when betting? Like when gambling?
Yeah, seriously.
Like that should have been that's the intel we need before the game. And clearly the coach needs that intel too. I don't know how the Packers coach could have that intel, but the Eberflus could not. So talk about a dumpster fire.
Eberflus could have all the information in the world.
Yeah, that's true.
They would still get 6-10. That guy's a fool.
This Packers team, I mean, they do just enough. They're a smart football team. Jordan Love is he's no Mahomes. You know, he's no superstar. Yeah. He's good. He's decent.
He's not even Favre.
Yeah, he's good, but he's not the next Rodgers. All right, the next two were easy ones. Minnesota, Tennessee.
I think I'm gonna stick to totals. Yeah, the Minnesota Tennessee under. I mean, again, like these are just gift wrapped Brian Flores versus a terrible quarterback.
Yeah.
Here you go, make the pick. 2 weeks in a row.
It's the way it's the way to go.
And I know like Darnold was cooled off a little bit, so I'm not expecting them to put up 30 points again. So yeah, it's. I mean, this one actually got a little bit close because I think Tennessee was driving in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Ended up getting stopped. I didn't see much of it on Red Zone, but it definitely got. It was more scary than last week when I had the Jags under. But again, it's excellent defense against a bad quarterback. Take the under.
Yeah.
And then the other one was what Lions Jags over.
Yeah.
The Lions hit this on their
Nice,
own,
yep.
which was kind of what I was expecting to happen. I didn't know it would be that bad. I was thinking they would probably put up 40. And I think what was the total, like 47?
Yeah.
If they put up 40, the over wouldn't have hit. That's how bad Jacksonville was.
Jacksonville they were up 3-0. They were up. They were up 3-0. Yeah.
I mean, this Lions team is like, I've called them a well-oiled machine before. That like doesn't do it justice. They are the word juggernaut is overused, I think, when talking about teams. This is like a true juggernaut right now.
They said it. They said it.
Offense is unstoppable.
They said it on Pardon My Take, and I hate to like take directly what I hear on podcasts, but they said it perfectly. They're putting a squad together, and they have a squad. Everywhere you look, there's playmakers. Now like they're starting to use Jameson Williams now. There's Amon-Ra catching every single ball. They didn't even have their star tight end that everyone was comparing to Baby Gronk last year, and it doesn't. I mean, this team's loaded. The defense is loaded. They know
it's like every game is either. It's like every fifth game is like a 3 interception game or 5 interception game.
Yeah,
and the rest of them he's perfect.
Yep, and
158.3 this week.
And I think
like,
he
literally cannot get any better.
The past 2 weeks
on 29 passes, he threw for 400 yards.
Or not the past 2 weeks, but the 2 times this season, he had a perfect passer rating with 400 yards.
Yeah,
that's
the fact that it's on 24 completions is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, and the coaching staff is a bunch of dudes. Like it's Dan Campbell's got that defense running. Ben Johnson's going to be a head coach next year.
Ben Johnson sucks. That guy.
But you got to admit, I mean, as much as bitter as you can be,
I know.
he's just.
That's why he was sought after. That's why I was mad that he didn't get the job. They averaged 16 yards per catch.
That's insane stat, dude. Looking at the team, like if you're at home, just go on Google and just look up the game and just go to team stats. Just look at the Lions' domination. Their yards per play was 8.5 per play. Every play they were 2 yards. Every play they were a 1.5 yard from a first down. Every single play.
Yeah, it's 645 total yards to 170.
Well, and the best part, it's like, you got us on a 4th down? Ah, screw you, Jacksonville. Like, we're just going to go for it and go 3 for 3. We always have the 4th down play. I mean, I know it's Jacksonville, and they're talk about dumpster fire. They're dog shit.
Yeah, they are. But
this is what good teams do.
They were like,
yeah,
they were expected to win by 14 points.
Yeah, this is what good teams
46. Do. So this is the biggest beatdown I've seen in the NFL in a long time. Like I was fascinated by this game.
Yeah, no, it was awesome, and poor Mac Jones just trotting him out there.
It's quite a shame.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's quite a shame.
They still haven't fired Doug Peterson.
Seeing his stupid face at the podium.
I'm listening to pods
of these games.
Like I'm trying to recap, get some information for this, and I'm listening to the pods from Sunday, like Sunday night, Monday morning, and they're like, by now you're listening to this, Doug Peterson's probably already fired. And I'm like, it's Wednesday, and there's not fired. It's Wednesday. What are they waiting
They're
for?
just gonna ride it out.
I
Might
guess
as
so.
well.
Yeah, I guess so.
Shut down Trevor, lock down that top 3 pick. Bad organization.
Oh, you start Mac Jones. They're getting there. They might get number 1. I don't see them win.
True.
I don't know who they would beat. All right, let's go to week 12. Starting with Thursday Night Football. Shout out Thursday Night Football. We never talk about Thursday Night Football. We're getting the Myles Garrett game again. Browns or Steelers at Browns. Russell Wilson's looked. I'm drinking the juice, even though they didn't score a touchdown.
I am too. After that Commanders game, he had some dimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
had this
kind of in on the Steelers. Like, I think the Steelers could actually win the Super Bowl.
They have the defense. They have the defense to do it. They need like one more playmaker, and Mike Williams.
They got Mike Williams though.
Yeah, but he can do anything this week. I'm trying to find.
That's fine. He's one of those guys where like when you need him to. That's what he did against Washington. Like played like 12 snaps or something ridiculous like that. Caught the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
a guy who, like, when you need that big play, like, boom, there he is. If he has one catch for 50 yards in a playoff game, like, that's all you need.
That's a good point. I'm trying to bring up this chart that I found, but every time I scroll in this group chat, it goes to 2017. You ever do that with Snapchat? Try to scroll up for something that was a couple hours ago, and then it takes you to, like, 2016?
Like, all the way up.
Yeah.
Back to Trump's first term.
Yeah, exactly. God damn it! It just sent me so far. All right, but anyways, it was like expected play out of pocket or something, and Russell Wilson was all the way to the left. So out of the pocket, he's terrible. But when he's in the pocket and he's protected, they have this Joe Flacco ass offense of chuck it down and then take the under route or dump it off to Najee